Welcome to Alaya, place to connect and evolve. Man sa chiong te sa ju. Davina kia no kat na sadi bren sadi kraso. Nam kia no so kia devin dasa. Benam kia no sadi ne kran dovona. Beni kres sokyo tu. Dam rekta somria te avanta kian kolish nakwacha. Venia roctus vento tu samyak tisavan noctu la sho brecha. We are what we are. How about that? Simple, but yet it's the most difficult thing for a human to accept. I am this. And the intellect is, I want to be that or something else. But the sooner that you can accept yourself for who you are, the faster you embrace and expand in the consciousness. It's a simple step to say, but a most difficult step to take. For we are so programmed with beliefs, concepts, and conditioning. They begin as soon as one is comprehending life in the very early days. A child might say, "Who am I?" And a loving parent says, "You are my child, my offspring." The child says, "So what's that? What does that mean? Am I going to be like you?" Probably, because that's your early programming. You pattern yourself after a parent or a significant person in your life. So we live with these patterns, and that's who we are. But be mindful that is possible, and most likely one is constantly evolving and changing. And so if you don't pull yourself back into the past, you move forward into a new future, a new way of being, a new way of seeing yourself. You look in the mirror, who is that? It is just a reflection of you. But is it? How much of this reflection is our beliefs, our concepts, and conditioning? What would happen if one would truly see the true self in the mirror? It'd probably be frightening because you would be, who's that? It's difficult for the human to comprehend that what you have been taught, what you believe, has nothing really to do with who you are. You are a unique expression of the consciousness, a one expression, a single, individual, unique expression of the consciousness. There is no other being like you. In that way, you are alone. You are original. And that goes so much against the human programming. You want to be like them. You want to be like your parents. You want to be like the idol that you look up to. But stop looking up to outside. Begin to look inside, for that is the place of your true self. Inside. Within you lies the consciousness, lies the possibilities of greater awareness, greater expansion, greater wisdom. And then in that wisdom, when you look out into the world, you see it for what it is, not what you believe it is or should be, but you see it exactly. Yes, I see that. You remove the shades from your eyes so that you may see. And in that seeing, you begin to know. And in the knowing, you begin to recognize that you are a unique expression of the consciousness. There is no other like you. And it is just fine for you to accept who you are. For you need not train yourself to something else, according to belief, or I should or shouldn't. Such freedom comes from that. Such liberation. When you are free to be who you are, moment by moment, without wearing a mask or a disguise, just being yourself. It's such a relief to live one's life in this realness of the true self. It's such a pleasure to experience yourself brand new every moment. You are not the reflection in the mirror. You are the observation of the reflection in the mirror. It does not show you as you truly are. You have to look through the filters of the intellect mind. And that is very programmed. This is what's supposed to be. And now the intellect says, oh, but I'm afraid to see what really is. My disguise falls away. Then what will I do? What will you do? You will begin to live. You'll begin to be realized as a unique expression of consciousness. You'll begin to see yourself beyond the mere reflection of the intellect mind. You'll be able to see yourself as your true self. And you'll be able to see yourself in other people's faces. It's imagining that moment by moment, what that would be like. To see your true self in the faces of others. What kind of an effect would that have on them? Would they feel the need to join that reflection? Would they feel the inspiration? Oh, that looks like freedom. That looks like new life, new awareness, new possibilities. I'll take it. I'll live that. I'll be that. I'll become that. That's so free. Humans desire freedom above all else, although they may not recognize that desire. They'll be shaded, covered with other desires from belief, concepts, and conditioning. But when you break free of that, you realize that you are a unique expression of consciousness. You are a one individual being of consciousness, unlike any others. You are unique. And with lifetime patterns of trying to fit in to whatever group, whatever belief system, a lifetime pattern of that, once that breaks, that is liberation. That is true liberation. Freedom to be who you are moment by moment. Freedom to live who you are in this world of masks and deceptions and beliefs and concepts and conditionings. Free to live as your true self. Now, I warn you, you may disturb other people. For other people want you to be their interpretation of you. And it's disturbing when you are different, when you are not that. When they begin to see that, when that mask falls away, they have to look at you with new eyes. But in that process, they also begin to look at themselves with new eyes, new ways of seeing, new ways of feeling, new ways of being. Such liberation comes from this conscious awareness of our true self. Such liberation and freedom comes from being who you are. Now, who are you? Who are you going to be? Do you realize who you are? Are you happy with who you are? That's a big step because the programming says you should be this, you should be that, you should be the other. When we break that programming, when we break away from those beliefs to see the self, the true self, the consciousness, you are that. And you show to the world that there's something else, something they've been missing, something they long for without realization of that longing because they interpret it as something else. All humanity, all humans desire to be who they are, to be accepted with who they are, to love who they are, to be constantly in that kind of awareness is transforming, is healing, and transcending, bringing about a higher sense of beingness in the consciousness. The consciousness is all. And when you are that, you are all. All that is, moment by moment, presence, being, awake to truth of this true self that vibrates with love, with energy, with acceptance, with power to transcend the past, to set yourself free from the prisons of beliefs, conditions, and concepts. Liberation in consciousness, moment by moment.
Johanna says a big yes. Thank you and loving greetings.
Thank you. Much love and greetings to you and Helby. Yeah.
Todd says beautiful. Thank you so much, Ishvara.
Thank you, Todd.
And Shantara says thanks, Ishvara.
Thank you, Shantara.
And Jochen says thank you, Ishvara.
Thank you, Joachim. Thank you for being with us today. And thank you for being who you are this very moment. Thank you for your love and support.